Hello, my name is Nimzi Jimenez, and I am going to give my persuasive speech about considering rest at the workplace. I think it has been the norm in our society nowadays to work 24/7, and because we feel like time is the resource that we rely on to accomplish what we want. Some feel like they're running out of time and are just trying to invest the most hours they can on their work to get where they want to. But I do feel that workplaces should offer more than just you working all the time. I feel like they should give you time to rest, or as I know that in certain areas of the world, they actually give their employees a time of recess, technically. They allow them to either go outside and relax and walk around, not exactly be considered at their lunch, but an actual rest hour. Um, some people actually take naps during this time, which is, I feel like it is a really good thing because I know a lot of people sometimes throughout their day, they feel like they're just going and going and going, and a lot of our performance goes down while we're at work throughout the whole day. When we fall asleep, our bodies shift into maintenance mode, and it basically restores our energy. It fixes any damaged cells and grows new ones. It lets our brain clean out toxins and prepare ourselves for anything that might have been occupying our mind previously before we actually went to sleep. Um, I do feel that because throughout the day we do need to basically recharge our body because you know there has been statistics and research that shows that people approximately they kind of get fatigue after so long throughout the day, probably about every 90 minutes or so. It doesn't mean that every 90 minutes you have to go to sleep or take a nap, but I feel like your workplace should not obligate you to always be on the go, 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 go. They should let you have moments of rest, even if it's just a quick 5 minutes. It could be because a lot of ourselves, I know for myself, my own body, I just keep going, and I know a lot of people what they actually do is just kind of the signals that your body may be giving you, you just use caffeine or sugar, any other type of adrenaline that you could be feeling to get yourself to keep going because there's no other way. You feel like this is just how you're supposed to do it because everybody else does it. Um, I know there was a study by Sarah Mednick and some colleagues that tested some participants in the aspect of getting rest throughout the day. They divided into three groups, one that did not take naps at all, and one that napped, either for an hour or 90 minutes. Everyone was retested in the evening as of the day of the testing, and those who had not napped performed worse in the evening, while those who napped either performed the same or dramatically better. Um, the testing of the groups was done again the following day, and after a night's sleep, and still it showed that the people that had taken naps did a lot more better than the people that had not. So it can be, I know that a lot of people may say, well, it's a waste of time to give yourself a rest that long to because work has to be done, but I do feel that I know personally I do work as many as others do. You work every day for about 9, 8 hours, 5, 6 days out of your week. And out of the whole day, you feel like you're running and running and running. And the few hours that you have of not working, you feel like you're still running around doing errands. I personally feel like that most of the time. I do get about a 30-minute lunch, but that's just enough lunch. my brain is still going that I need to hurry up and eat because I have to go back to work. I have to do this, I have to do that. I know by the end of the day, I am not just physically tired, but I am mentally, and it just drains everyone. And it feels sometimes that at the end of the day, I make more mistakes than I usually do than any other time. Um, Personally, I do feel that taking a rest in between throughout the days, kind of getting moments here and there about, it could even be about, I don't know, about 30 minutes of a break somewhere in between, other than just your lunchtime, to just have your body relax and come back into that moment, because your mind isn't as cluttered as it was before. You had a moment of just releasing everything that you had and go back to what you were doing with a relaxed state of mind. I feel like there's no point of stressing over something when you can come back to it. Um, there's nothing that should make you feel as if this is what you need to do at all times and nothing has to change. I feel that rest is very something significant, and I do feel I understand the different point of views that there may be, but I do feel that statistically, if you do your research as I did mine, you may notice that there is great effects of having just not a lunch break, just feeling like this is the moment I have to get um all of this at this moment, but a time of break, a time of letting your mind rest, because throughout the day you get tired. But thank you for listening to me and your time.